Hey, Captain Blair Wiggins here. You know, when Wright and McGill and I teamed up to make a second generation series of rods, I set my sights pretty high. There's a ton of fish that I love to go and catch out there, both in fresh and salt water. And when Wright and McGill showed me the new S-curve technology, it's something that I just had to get my hands on. I worked with their rod designers to come up with 7 different models to handle basically any type of fishing situation that I do. What a beautiful fish. The first thing you're gonna notice when you pick one of these rods up is how light and balanced this rod is. And to make it even better, we made these rods so good, you have to have one. And we also made them so affordable, you can actually buy these rods. For years, everybody told me, they said, Blair, why does a fishing rod have to be so expensive? You know, and they don't. Every single rod in this whole Signature Series line is under $100. Pretty cool, huh? These rods are loaded with features. They utilize Wright McGill's exclusive S-curve technology that gives them unbelievable power and torque.
There's you some backbone, folks.
But keeps the rod lightweight and sensitive. This rod just, you know, it don't give them a chance anymore. The S-curve manufacturing process combines carbon yarn, PBO fibers, and glass fibers into T-glass and high-density graphite to produce rods that are not only much lighter and more sensitive, but stronger too. When I asked the designers at Wright McGill to bring me a rod that wouldn't spook fish, that's when they brought me the Flats Blue rod. When they're held up to the sky, they almost become invisible, so you're not going to spook a fish if you wave the rod tip over his head. Another thing that sets these rods apart is the handle and the grips. The rear split grip right here reduces the weight and improves the balance of this rod. Each rod comes with its own perfectly designed fighting butt that'll help you keep the leverage on the fish and help reduce fatigue when you're fighting those big fish out there.
These are perfect fish to test these rods out with.
But the new feature that I helped design on this rod that I really like a lot is the split foregrip right here. What that's gonna do, it's gonna enable you to always keep your finger touching that blank, whether you're working to the side 90 degrees on a lure or working a jig vertically. And the guides are zirconium, which reduces weight and improves your casting distance. Plus, we put on about 20% more guides than your typical rod out there. And what that's gonna do, it's gonna reduce your line slap on the rods and give you greater casting accuracy. I'll put them up against any rod you bring me, guaranteed. The second generation of my Signature Series rods are here. I really didn't think we could make these rods any better, but we did. You're gonna love the new look, the strength and durability, but most of all, you're gonna love the new price.